Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading, Saturday the 26th and Sunday the 27th of August 2023. High drama in the street at the moment, can I just say? We have a car. Is it still there? Oh, it is. We have a car opposite and the alarm keeps going off, and it's been going off all night. Yeah, it's been one of those things where I think it only goes off if something goes next to it. So it was like intermittent as well, and you just go back to sleep and then it's and nobody's come out to look at it yet. I know. Hey ho, so not much sleep for Gemstone. Normally it's, you know, I don't know, circular thoughts keeping me awake, but no, this time it was a car alarm. I've got no movement yet on the scaffolding. The neighbour's just taking a baby into the house, very cute. And the hotel, the curtains are drawn, and I have a feeling that they might be the owner of the errant car. So there you go, you're all caught up. Oh wow. The September readings are out on the channel for each star sign. And they're pretty juicy. There'll be, there's a playlist in the description box so you can find your own star sign. And we're using the Golden Wheel Tarot today. There it is in all its glory. Right. Gosh. Yeah, we're right in it. I'd say we're kind of heading for the eye of the Mercury retro storm. Where to begin? Judgment. Judgment is the overall energy card. It's a very beautiful Judgment card, this one. It looks so gorgeous. Judgment is a very, it's kind of everything. It's melancholy and it's back to the future, and there's something that's coming up for review, but it's major arcana. So when it's major arcana, there's just something about it that is bigger than the rest. You know, it's a overarching energy. This particular retrograde, it's coinciding with the Venus retrograde. It's going to pull at your heartstrings. You know, it just is. That's what's going to happen. And it's probably best to just take it down a notch or two and just allow things to pass through you. Things to just come in, ruminate, cogitate, and then, you know, just observe. I don't think it's a time, and it came up in the monthlies a lot. There was quite a lot of fire again coming up in the monthlies. You know, passions rising, excitement's happening, reactivity, wanting to get out there and do whatever it is. But I just get the feeling that it would serve you better to be in a more observational energy. And it's a bit frustrating, but also there's something important. So we've got Judgment coming up. Let's see if we can see the cards. Not too bad for me. Bit wonky, but you know, there you are. Let's do that. Okay, we've got the cards. So first off, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, which I think it is at the moment as well. We've got a Moon in Virgo coming up as well. We've got Mercury in Virgo retrograde. You know, it's fairly Virgoan. And next to it, the King of Swords, who, you know, one of the rulers of Virgo is Mercury, and King of Swords, very Mercurian. If we look at this guy, he's particular. He's got his sword of truth. He knows his details. For some of you, this is absolutely typical of Virgo energy. You need to drill down into the details about finances. And I know, like, we've been making jokes about it, haven't we? And it is, you know, it is sometimes a laughing matter to have a look at your finances. I know what you mean. But at the same time, you could save yourself some money and some time, and I just feel like giving it another look over, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, looking at the details of something, reviewing, of course, because that's what we're in that energy for, is review, and that's what judgment is about. It doesn't have to be, you know, longing and heartstrings and all that, although it very often is. It's also about reviewing. Is my money in the right place? Are my investments okay? Even if your investment is £5 in a post office savings account, can I get a better rate for it? Can I do something else to generate money? What can I do about my own security? What's happening? Is my contract secure? Is this new contract good? All of these things. Now, the general advice is not to sign contracts, etc. during Mercury retrograde. And I definitely try and follow that advice, unless, of course, sometimes you kind of have to, and then you do it knowing that it's definitely subject to change. But this is about reviewing. Now, it could be a romantic situation. It could be that you're having to review your romantic situation. But I would say that in this kind of energy, that I would apply the same auditing skills as any forensic accountant would. So going over the income and the outgoing of your emotional relationship with somebody. What's coming in, what's going out, who spends more on energy, is it all as it should be? Could you tweak a few things? Does it need to change? We have the 9 of Swords in the middle, which is the overthinking card. And I can very much see how we could get caught up in this very quickly. Virgo is known as quite a worrier. You know, Virgos do worry about things, probably because they know where the bodies are buried, they know the details. And sometimes when you know the details, you know exactly what you should be worrying about. In the end, it's going to get you somewhere, but in the short term, you might feel a bit tense, you might feel a bit overwrought, a bit overworked, a few sleepless nights, and not just because of a car alarm. So take the 9 of Swords in your stride. Everybody has 9 of Swords moments when you're in Mercury retrograde. I can't speak. I was trying to make a video for the Gemstars, and I recorded it 4 times, and then I had to give up on it. And that's never happened. I never give up, but it was like, this is not happening. You know, the camera is not cooperating. This isn't happening. And there are always days that I get to during Mercury retrograde, honestly, where I'm just at the end of it. You know, and you just think, oh my God, no matter what you do, any corner that you turn, it's just bing, double-edged brick wall in your face. These things happen in Mercury retrograde, but there's always an underlying process being worked out, and it usually goes in your favour. So I have learned grindingly over the years to invite it in and almost to kind of get one step ahead of it and start looking back over things, reviewing things. Could I do this better? Is there anything that I have that needs to go? It's that kind of thing. It's like decluttering. 7 of Pentacles here. We have a workman. Normally he's leaning on a hoe, but he's not on this one. Or maybe he's like got an imaginary hoe. I don't know, as the actress said to the bishop. But he's assessing the harvest. And this is very important too, to assess the harvest before the 8 of Pentacles, which is when to make more or when to do something different, change the system or continue as it is. And then finally, and very interestingly here, we have the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is Saturn in Pisces, which it is at the moment and will be for some time. I say boo to that, but there you go. 8 of Cups is where you need to walk away from something or someone. And you distance yourself from something or someone. And for some of you, this may come around October, mid-October. We've got 2 eclipses. We've got, I think it's a solar eclipse on the mid-October, the 14th, and a lunar eclipse on the 28th. And this will mean distancing yourself from something that just isn't quite working out for you in the way that you hoped it would. Let's get an oracle card. from the Everyday Witch Oracle. It's quite a sensible reading today, isn't it? It's like we're all being grown-ups and reviewing our finances and whatnot. But it's good to do every once in a while. What do we need to know, please? Everyday Witch Oracle card. We get affirmation for acceptance. This is a new deck for me. I've only had it a couple of days. So I'm hoping she can give us a bit more of a clue here. Okay. I always like it when they're in alphabetical order, but they're not in alphabetical order and they've got no numbers on. Okay. Just checking I'm actually reading it right. Oh. Talk amongst yourselves, people. Here we go. Itchy nose. I won't read it all, but I'll just give you the salient points. There is a prayer that says, oh God, it must have been listening to the reading. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. We're into serenity tea towel moments here. Somehow, no matter how hard we try, there are circumstances that we can't alter. Unfortunately, there are plenty of things in our life we can't fix. It can be difficult, this is so in keeping with the reading, not to keep fighting, but sometimes battling the unchangeable uses up time and energy that will be better used in more productive ways. Okay? Sometimes what we really need is the serenity to accept those things we cannot change and the wisdom to know when it is time to do so. Action. Are we ready? Sharpen your pencils. For a practical exercise, make a list. On one side, the things you don't like about life that you have some control over, and make concrete plans for how to change them. On the other side, list the things about your life that make you unhappy but you have no control over. Give some thought to how much of your energy is going towards being angry and frustrated about those things, and how much time you spend fighting the impossible or just complaining. Once you've contemplated it for a while, take that half of the list and rip it into shreds. And then let the tiny pieces of paper go next time that there is a strong wind. So now you know what you're doing for this weekend. It's like, thanks Gemma, I'm going to do my taxes and make a list of things I hate but cannot change. And then cause myself housework by ripping it up and floating it all over my house. The card's probably trying to tell you there's something you need to accept. You almost certainly know what it is. You just need a nudge to let go and let Goddess. Whatever it is, be kind to yourself. Stop fighting. Take a deep breath and admit there are some battles you can't win and move on. Then it gives you a little magic you can do. You're getting a lot for your money with this oracle. I'll give you this in case you want to do it, with the caveat to say if you're handling candles, please be careful. Okay, here's a simple prayer for acceptance and peace. Dab some lavender essential oil on a white candle or rub some of the herb, dried or fresh, between your palms. So I've got that in the garden and plenty of people in the street. Just nick it off the bush. Let the power of air carry the healing calm scent inside you and breathe slowly. Light the candle and say, God and Goddess, please give me the strength to accept the things I cannot change. Help me to be strong enough to let go and wise enough to know when it's time to do so. Let me make peace with the parts of my life outside my control. Guide me so I might use my energy wisely. Give me peace and serenity. So mote it be. Then sit and breathe for a while. If you're struggling with acceptance, carry a bit of lavender sachet or a bit of essential oil on your clothing or a tissue tucked into your pocket so the aroma can remind you of the smell. I I like this oracle. We have a lot to do this weekend. Why are you still listening to tarot readings? Go and get started. Leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know how it resonates. Check out your September readings in the description box. Hit the like button if you liked it, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.